Welcome to Nursing 790. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to give you a brief overview of the course itself. So we're in the Start Here section right now, and that's where you will find your syllabus. And we're just going to open the syllabus up very quickly. Now, just to let you know, this course is a little different than some of our other courses, and we're really focusing on your project. And each of us have two students in our 790 sections, and you're with your chair, so I'm your chair. And we're just going to go through the syllabus very briefly. That it is a 1 credit hour course. We do have the aggregate outcomes, and then we have the specific student learning outcomes. And this is what we're really going to focus in on as we're moving through the course itself. We're going to go ahead and scroll on down to the evaluation method. And part of it is getting all your paperwork together and making sure that everything is submitted. You will be finalizing your chapter number 1. So this is a key component of building that very strong foundation for you to develop your project. And the chapter 1 really is a deep dive into the literature and looking at the very broad literature based on your topic of choice. And just remember that the literature review is actually how we're looking at the topic that you've chosen, and it's giving us information on how to address that topic. So this is like the assessment process when we're assessing patients. We're taking a look at what's out there so we can determine what's best. And if you tie back to what we did in epidemiology, we want to determine the most effective means to move forward. So what's the most pertinent means to move forward with your particular project? And you're also going to be taking a look at, if you do an education-based project, you will be looking at educational background and how to implement or do that education piece. And the same holds true if there's a change involved with your project. You want to look at the change theory that is going to support your process through the project. So it's much more than the topic itself. It's how to really take a look at the broad picture and everything that you need to know to move forward with your project. And if you have any questions about that, let me know. We're going to have quite a bit of one-on-one content, connections. So feel free to email me if you have questions. In addition, you're going to be doing a presentation on your project, and you're going to include your preceptor in this presentation process, and we may connect them via Skype if need be, or however we need to connect. But we need to have everyone on board to have everyone to be on the same page with how you're moving forward with your project. And remember, this is a very iterative process, meaning there's many changes and corrections as we move along to make sure that you have a stellar project in the very end. And you're going to be getting feedback, probably more than you've had in previous activities within your educational experience. And again, the focus is on making sure that you have the best possible project in the end. So there are many changes and tweaks that we'll be making along the way. So with that being said, you'll also be having your preceptor will be doing an evaluation. And please note, if there are any items scored on the evaluation that's a 1 or a 2, then you need to develop some plan, some remediation plan to elevate those scores for future work. In addition, you will need to verify that you've completed 150 practicum hours in addition to what you brought into the program. So keep that in mind. And this is in addition to your literature review as well. So this is very strategically placed because we want you to be successful, and we want you to be sure that you're getting those broad experiential experiences that will help you as you develop your projects. And this course is focused on your project, of course. So we'll go on to the course itself. So as we get started, we are actually going to meet and talk about your specific plan for your time in 790. So we will be talking and deciding what your time frames will be, and we'll develop specific plans for that, and that's what the timeline is all about. In addition, there's resource materials here for you. The nursing project guidelines are here, as well as the rubrics for both Chapter 1 and your presentation. So all of this is in the Start Here section of the course. Again, this course is different. The forums themselves there's just 2 within this course, and what you're going to be doing is you're going to be sharing your Chapter 1 and talk about the feedback that you've gotten. Again, it's for each of you to learn from each other. So the first forum you need to answer by February the 13th, and the second forum you'll need to actually answer that question by February the 27th. So keep those dates in mind, and just know, again, the forums are not weekly or bi-weekly as what we've done in the past. These are very specific to your project. And then the modules are set up a little differently too. They're based on the student learning outcomes, so everything connects for you. So you'll see that the very first thing, this is when we're going to be meeting virtually. We're going to be devising this contract that's specific to what you're going to do in this course. So this is very individualized. And then the different activities are broken down into learning outcomes. So you can click on each one of the folders and explore what's in each one of the areas. And I've done a video for your practicum experience to give you a little more information. I know it's been a little while since we did the immersion, so I try to provide some very specific information for you. And here's where you're going to drop some of your documents in the folders or in the submission links. So with Student Learning Outcome 2 and 3, there is not additional information behind those. But these are the things that we're going to be working on as we move forward. And then when we go on to Student Learning Outcome number 4, there are some links here. And you will find that the EC is Pi guidelines are here for your review. And please know that this is how your actual project is structured. It's based on EC as Pi. So when you're doing your presentation, you're going to specifically tie what you're doing in your project to the components of the EC as Pi model. So you're going to be speaking to the EC as Pi model. So make sure that you include that when you're doing your presentation. And then there's the digital Dropbox for your chapter number 1. And again, your guidelines are here for your convenience, and your chapter 1 document is here as well. Then as we're looking at Student Learning Outcome number 5, this is focused on your presentation. So we're seeing the sequence evolve through the course itself. So this is where you're going to do your project overview presentation. This is where you're going to submit it. And then within Student Learning Outcome number 6, that's where you'll be submitting your final project team form if you have not already done so, or have not already completed it. But if you already have it finished, you can go ahead and submit that whenever you have it ready. I do want to strongly encourage you to use the, let me move me around here, the Holman Library, and you have the one-stop library shop right here in this course, and please access it. This is where you can access the databases, and if you're having challenges finding materials for your your topic or for the education component or for the change management, please be sure to access our reference and instruction librarian, Paul Worrell. He's wonderful. He will be very helpful to you and help you to find what you need to make sure that you have that very broad base, that foundation that you need to build your nursing project on. We are winding down with the orientation for the course itself. Just a reminder, I do have online office hours. They're Monday evenings from 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If there's a different time that works better for you that you would like to Skype, just let me know and we'll make arrangements that will work for you. And typically students prefer to email when it's a good time for them anyway. So just know that this is available. They're not mandatory, but let me know. Communication is the key. So the more that you can keep me in tune to where you are, what's going on, not only just in coursework, but we all know that our lives outside of coursework impacts what we do in coursework as well. And I really need to know things that may impact what you're doing. So not that I want to be intrusive about your life, I just want to be very cognizant and understanding of what is going on in your life. And we're going to finish up with the final resources within the course, and this is the help desk and IT support. If you need any assistance with Blackboard, there's links here that will help you. Otherwise, we have experts on campus that can help you. Erin Campbell is wonderful, and I can connect you with her if you're having challenges. Carrie Hemker is also excellent with Blackboard, so we can connect you with the folks that will help you. The first stop is, of course, the help desk if you have any particular questions. So this concludes the overview of the course itself. Like I said, this is a very personalized course, and I want this to be a very good experience for you. So if there's something that's not working or you want to do something a little different, we have quite a little bit of leeway here in this course, and we can make it more meaningful to you, and we can tweak things along the way. Just let me know what I can do for you. Take care, and I look forward to working with you in 790.